Alright, what's going on everybody? Scott Hilse here. This is just kind of like a test for my new camera, my new microphone. I'm not sure how this will end up. This is just going to be like a quick top 5 questions I always get asked about drop shipping. I'm just going to cover them right here, right now. There's probably a little background noise because this stupid thing, every time I turn it on or off, it stops for like 10 seconds then starts. So like you'll see it's going to stop in a second. It's going to be completely silent. See, this is what the optimal video would be for testing audio, but soon enough it's gonna kick back on. All right, well, you hear it when it's kicked back on. So the first question I always get asked about dropshipping is, of course, what is dropshipping? And there it comes back on right now. Oh, that's annoying. So dropshipping is basically you take one item from a manufacturer and you ghost list it onto your website. So for example, say you want to do some survival knife where it has like all the tools and everything, you'd find that on aliexpress.com. That's where all the manufacturers are. It's one of the biggest e-commerce websites in the world. They're mostly based out of China. So you're gonna find that and you're gonna list it on your website. But you can get it for say $3.50. You're gonna list it on your website for 20 bucks. And then whenever someone comes to your website and buys from you, you're gonna profit $17. You're gonna take they're gonna give you $20. Then you're gonna take $3.50 of that $20 and order it from the supplier with their information so it ships directly to the supplier. Now you wanna make sure that you tell your supplier, hey, I don't want any invoices, don't leave anything, because you want it just blank. You don't want them to see how much you're getting it for, basically. And then from there, you scale it up with Facebook ads so that you're getting like hundreds of orders a day. So if you're getting 100 orders a day at a $17 profit margin, after ads, you're probably making $10 per purchase, which means you're making $1,000 a day. Super simple stuff. That's as basic as I can pretty much make it. There's a lot of things that go into the inner workings. So that's my best explanation of drop shipping right there. You're just selling stuff you don't own yet until someone buys it from you, and then you buy it from the supplier and ship it to them with their information. Okay, so for the second question, why don't people just buy from the supplier themselves? Well, when was the last time you bought something online or even on Amazon? You didn't buy from the supplier, so why would they? So you just gotta kind of think like this. Just because you know it now that I just told you doesn't mean 99% of the world doesn't. Like, that's like saying, oh, why would you go to Walmart and buy wall hooks when you can buy them on AliExpress for 50 cents? It's like, you don't really think about it. You see it, you want it, and you buy it. Especially drop shipping, because drop shipping, a lot of it's impulse buys. So they see it, they wanna buy it. I'd say 97% of people don't really research other options to buy, only like 3 to 5%. So really, that's not even something you really got to even worry about. Is dropshipping saturated? It is not. That's like saying e-commerce is saturated. E-commerce, I think, in the United States makes up for 35% of all sales. Like, that's getting really high and it's going up and up and up. So yeah, there might be more competition, but that just means you just gotta stand out. And by standing out, I mean, please God, don't make a general store like everyone says to do. Hundreds of thousands of people are doing it. Don't make a general store, or don't make a niche store like watches or like women's clothing like everybody did at the beginning, especially myself, or everybody tries to do. I promise you it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to go for a solid product, and you're gonna wanna sell that product a lot, just to make a base for yourself and get that experience. So to answer that question directly, hell no, it is not saturated, and it probably never will be saturated, because there's only more and more things happening with e-commerce online. Eventually everything's just gonna be bought online, 80% of stuff. How much does it cost to drop ship? It really doesn't cost that much. Now, there's a lot of programs, you can use a lot of software. I like Shopify the best. They're by far the biggest company in like dropshipping or e-commerce in general. Like, everyone uses Shopify. Shopify is only $27 a month. That's it. That covers, you can create your store, you can create, import your products with the free Apple Burlow. You can pretty much do everything right there for only 27 bucks a month. You can create everything, and it's like drag and drop. You don't even need any coding or experience. Drag and drop, and just create a beautiful website. Now from there, you will need to advertise it. There are ways to advertise it for free, like going through Facebook niche groups and like posting on there. But generally you want to do Facebook ads, which are only $5 a day. $5 a day, skip Starbucks, come on. You can make so much money starting at $5 a day. And then from there, you just scale as you profit. Like, for example, for me, like today I'm spending $1,300 on Facebook ads, but I know my return is gonna be at least $1,700. So I know that I'm gonna make a profit. I mean, the return could even be $4,000. It's really hard to tell until you actually start learning the data, seeing the patterns, and just being able to track and predict. And it becomes super simple because Facebook is a very good company when it comes to marketing, especially with their pixel integration on Shopify and all that. Very smooth. And then the last question is, why doesn't everybody drop ship? Ha! Well, guess what? It's that question alone is why everyone doesn't drop ship. So what happens is a lot of people hear about drop shipping, then they're like, oh, that does sound nice. And then they look into it and then they see that it might take a lot of work and it takes a lot of learning, and instantly they just start coming up with ideas to how can I convince myself that how can I convince myself that this won't work so I don't have to even try? You know, a lot of people are like that, unfortunately. And a lot of people get mad when other people try it or even do well. Like, people call me a scammer, people call me a fake. People even say dropshipping is a pyramid scheme. How is dropshipping a pyramid scheme? I'm not getting any dollars from anybody, you know? It's like, it's so stupid. It's like, I'm selling a product from a supplier, that's it. How the fuck is that a pyramid scheme? It makes no... Pyramid scheme is when, like, I'm selling, like, a toothpaste or something, and then I'm selling it and then getting other people under me to sell it so that I'm profiting from them. Anyone who I've gotten to sign up for Shopify or getting to dropshipping, they get 100% of the profits. It's like, I don't get anything because this is not a pyramid scheme. This is a legitimate business, okay? This is not, there's no multi-levels here. It's just like, it's just me, I'm just dropshipping, you know? So it's like, a lot of people just look for the most negative things in certain things so that they don't even have to try it, and then they can just like convince themselves in their own head that it was a scam or like it wouldn't work, and that'll make them sleep better at night for, you know, being stuck in the position they are in life and not having to try anything else. And then anybody who actually does try it, they get really insecure about it, so they try to put a lot of hate on it. It's hilarious to me, you know? It's just funny to see certain people's opinions on it. It's just so funny. But honestly, guys, that's why a lot of people don't do dropshipping. Like, they just convince themselves in the stupidest ways on why they shouldn't do it. So then anybody who does try it, they put a lot of hate on them, or they put like their own insecurities on them. So I don't understand why everyone doesn't drop ship. I'm so glad I got into it. Like, I've done $158,000 on one iPhone case. I actually have a unique tactic where I sell one product at a time, and it works super well. It kind of mimics ClickFunnels a little bit, where it's just like it eliminates all the bullshit, just focuses right on the buy of one product, because a lot of people try to sell hundreds of products and get no orders. But if you simplify that into one product, it can change your life. Like, one of my students, Abe, actually did $100,000 on one product, too, maybe $110,000 by now. He's actually going to Japan today with some of the money he's made, especially from the credit card points. That's huge. If you guys want to learn more about that, I'll leave a link in the description. It's pretty phenomenal. I've been invited over to Ty Lopez's house because of it. I've been interviewed by Oberlo. They released a 12-page article, which will also be down there. I'm actually going to visit them in Berlin coming up soon, so I'll be sure to make a video on that. But yeah, that's basically it. This was a quick video, just testing my new camera. I don't know if I'm gonna use this camera and set up all the time, just because with my G7X, it's so easy. I can just like turn it on, and you know, I can actually see myself and how I can record and stuff like that. It's very quick. This, I can't see myself, so I have no clue how this video is actually gonna turn out. I don't know if I'm in focus, you know, but it's way more powerful than that camera. I mostly got this for photography and filming certain videos. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, if you want to add questions to my 5 questions, just leave them in the comments below. Definitely going to answer those. And that's it. This guy Hilse. Peace out.